Look closely at a casino in Las Vegas, and then look closely at a modern grocery store. One is designed to bankrupt gamblers, the other is where you buy milk. And they share one specific architectural secret: no windows and almost no clocks. That is not an accident, it is a strategy. If you have ever walked into a grocery store for two things and walked out $80 poorer, you are not weak. You are not bad at budgeting. You got outplayed by a building. Because the store is not designed for your convenience. It is designed to extract maximum cash per minute. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down how supermarkets use architecture and psychology to disconnect you from time, lower your critical thinking, and increase impulse buys. Using something called the Gruen Effect, plus 4 layers of manipulation that most stores stack on top of each other. Keep this one idea in your head the whole time. You think you are walking into a market to buy eggs, but you are actually walking into a psychological machine built to bypass logic and trigger grab-it decisions. Now, why do casinos remove windows? Because if you cannot see daylight fading, your brain loses track of time, and when you lose track of time, you stay longer. And the longer you stay, the more you spend. Grocery stores want the same thing. They want you to enter a state of flow, where the outside world stops existing. Your sense of time gets fuzzy, and you stop shopping like a planner. You stop thinking, I need X, Y, Z. And you start thinking, that looks good. It is the same principle, different product. Now let's talk about the foundation of this system, the Gruen Effect. Victor Gruen is often called the father of the modern shopping mall, and his discovery was simple and kind of scary. If you confuse a customer just enough, with lights, colors, layout, and sensory noise, you interrupt their mission. They lose their critical thinking mode, and they switch into emotional thinking mode, not, what do I need? But what do I want right now? And a shopper in emotional mode buys what they want, not what they need. That shift is where impulse buys explode, and once you know this, you start seeing the grocery store as a machine, not a neutral place. The first part of the machine is the entrance, the decompression zone. Think about the first 10 to 15 feet when you walk in. It is usually flowers, seasonal displays, bright colors, maybe holiday stuff, maybe random bins of items you did not come for. It looks harmless, even welcoming, but it has one job: slow you down. You enter at parking lot speed, mentally and physically. Your brain is in alert mode. Cars, curbs, people, weather, noise. The store needs you to shift into shopping mode, so it creates a speed bump, an airlock. You step in, your pace slows, your shoulders relax, your mind stops scanning for danger, and it starts scanning for pleasure. You can feel it if you pay attention. Nobody sprints through that section. You drift, and once you drift, the store can steer you. Now we get to the 4 layers of manipulation, and layer 1 is the maze. Ask yourself this. Why are eggs, milk, and meat so often at the absolute back of the store? The official explanation is logistics, refrigeration, stocking efficiency. The real reason is exposure. To get the 3 things you actually need, the staples, you must walk past thousands of things you do not need. Every aisle is an opportunity for you to fail, not because you are irresponsible. Because you are human. Your willpower is not infinite, it is a battery. The longer you are inside, the more that battery drains, and the store layout is designed to drain it. This is also why stores often avoid simple straight lines. They use end caps, curved paths, little obstacles, and features that force you to slow down and look around. Every slowdown creates browsing. Browsing creates maybe. Maybe becomes why not. Why not becomes add to cart. If you could walk straight to milk, straight to eggs, and straight to checkout, the store would make less money, so you get the golden path, a route that makes you pass temptation on the way to necessities. That is layer 1. The maze. Layer 2 is sensory manipulation. Smell and sound. First, smell. Notice how often the bakery is near the front, and notice how that smell does not stay trapped in the bakery area. The scent is part of the shopping environment, and smell is powerful. It goes under your logic. Sugar and baked goods trigger hunger cues, and hungry shoppers buy more. Not a little more, meaningfully more, especially more snack foods, desserts, convenience foods, the highest margin, easiest to impulse categories, because hunger makes everything look like a good idea. A full stomach says, stick to the list. A hungry stomach says, we deserve this. Ever want to prove this to yourself? Shop right after a meal one day and then shop hungry on another day. Your cart will not look the same. Now, sound. Stores choose music tempo on purpose. Fast tempo makes you walk faster, shop faster, and leave faster. That is bad for profits. Slower tempo makes you walk slower, browse more, and spend more time near shelves. That is good for profits. So the environment gently sedates your pace. No windows, few clocks, slow music. Warm lighting, all of it pushes you into the same outcome. Lose track of time, stay longer, spend more. And if this sounds dramatic, ask yourself a simple question. Why do so many people walk out of a grocery store shocked at the total, saying, how did it get that high? It got that high because you were not shopping in math mode. You were shopping in flow mode. Now layer 3, the shelf itself, the eye-level auction. Most people think grocery stores make money by selling products. They do, but they also make money by selling attention. Shelf space is real estate. Brands pay for placement, and this is often done through slotting fees, basically rent for premium shelf positions. The most valuable shelf space is not the top shelf, and it is not the bottom shelf. It is eye level. Eye level is the bullseye zone, and that is where you will often find the highest margin, most expensive options. Not always the best, not always the healthiest, just the most profitable per inch of shelf. Now look down. Bottom shelves frequently hold cheaper options, store brands, generics, products with less marketing budget. In many categories, the ingredient differences are small, but the price differences are big. Because you are paying for branding, not substance. And now the most ruthless version of this strategy. The kid zone. Walk past cereal. Those bright, sugary cereals are often placed exactly at the eye level of a child sitting in the cart, because kids do not read labels. They read cartoons. So the shelf is not organized to help you make the best choice. It is organized to create pressure. The store is not asking, what is the best cereal? The store is asking, which box creates the highest conversion rate? That is layer 3. Attention sold by the inch. Now layer 4, the physical trap, the cart. Shopping carts have gotten much bigger over the decades, and the reason is simple. Humans hate empty space. A big empty cart triggers vacancy anxiety, even if you do not consciously think it. Your brain sees that empty volume and feels like you have not bought enough, like you have not done the task correctly. So you add items to make the cart look normal. You are not filling needs. You are filling space. This is why just grabbing a cart changes behavior. A basket makes you feel the weight of your choices. A giant cart makes everything feel small. Bigger plate, you eat more. Bigger cart, you buy more. So now you have the full system working together. No windows and no clocks to mess with time. A decompression zone to slow you down. A maze to force exposure. Smells and slow music to trigger hunger and browsing. Shelves sold to the highest bidder. A cart engineered to make you fill space. You are not shopping. You are navigating a behavior lab, so the question becomes, how do you beat it? Not with willpower, because willpower loses to design. You beat it with simple rules that remove decisions. Rule 1. The perimeter rule. Most of the actual food is on the outside walls. Produce meat, dairy, eggs. The middle aisles are where the processed stuff and marketing wars live. Chips, candy, soda, box snacks, and endless limited time traps. So shop the perimeter first, and treat the middle aisles like a targeted mission, not a wandering experience. Go in for the specific item you need and get out. Rule 2. The list is armor. Walking into a grocery store without a list is like walking into battle without a shield. You will lose, not because you are careless, but because the store has spent millions designing a place that turns maybe into buy. So use one non-negotiable rule. If it is not on the list, you do not buy it, period. Not unless it is on sale. Not unless it is only $5. Not unless I deserve it. Because the moment you negotiate, You train yourself to break your own boundaries, and the store wins. Rule 3. Look down. Eye level is premium shelf real estate, and premium shelf real estate usually sells premium-priced items, so when you are comparing products, scan the bottom shelf first. That is where the generic brands often live, and many of them are perfectly fine. You are not being cheap. You are refusing to pay a marketing tax. And one extra rule that makes everything easier. Do not shop hungry. Eat something simple before you go, because hunger is not a vibe, it is a spending trigger. Now let's wrap this up. Grocery stores do not have windows and clocks for the same reason casinos do, to kill your sense of time. The layout is a maze designed to force impulse exposure. The music and smells are engineered to slow you down and make you hungry. The shelves are paid placement, and the cart is sized to make you fill space. They are betting millions on their psychology. You are betting your paycheck. Do not let the building win. Next time you walk into a grocery store, look for the windows. When you do not see them, remember what is happening. Turn your mission back on, and shop like a person with a plan. If you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe, because once you can see the system, you stop losing to it. And tell me this in the comments. What is the one unplanned item that gets you the most? Snacks, bakery, drinks, or the checkout lane?